Hey, it's Andrew from Permanent Records. Today, what we've got on the menu is somebody bought a ukulele. It's a baritone. It's from the 70s. It's filthy. It's got stickers on it. It's only got 3 strings. That price tag though. Whoop whoop. Let's get it cleaned up. Okay, I'm situated here at the couch. I got uke in front of me. But we're gonna need more than just a new set of strings for this. So let's go over the tools and products I'll be using. The brand of the products I'm using don't really matter as much as just having something and using it. So let's go over what I got in front of me. Okay, here we are with this ugly ass uke. I have in front of me, very important, a drink. It's just Sprite. I swear it's not a glass of vodka. I have 2 sizes of these fret covers or protectors. Looks like these actually might not work because the frets are so short. That's okay. I have a solution for that. I got a neck rest. Again, this is another thing I 3D printed. I have some 3-in-1 oil, some lemon oil, some guitar polish. This is just Dunlop 65, but if it had like a shiny finish, I would probably go for the Gibson Restorative Finish Cream. Now, when you have guitar polish, they don't all operate the same, so definitely read the instructions. I have a string winder, whoop whoop. An old toothbrush for getting all the gross out. Nut lubricant. This one is Big Ben's Nut Sauce. And I've been using this since, I don't know, I probably had this for 15 years. I don't even know if they make it anymore. However, it's excellent. I have a little pipe cleaner for getting that lubricant in right where I need it. String cutters. These aren't fancy. I just got these from the hardware store for a couple of dollars. I've been using these also for about 20 years. They basically are end nippers, so you can get right up close. Just like that. I have one cloth that is dedicated to polish and another cloth that is dedicated, another cloth that's dedicated to oil. I have a set of new strings, D'Addario, fantastic brand, and a spool of extra fine steel wool. Obviously this isn't mandatory, but I also have a digital microscope that pops out just so I can see exactly if there's any damage or anything, how gross the frets are, all the metal up here, see if, I don't have the greatest eyesight, but if it's amplified on the screen I can definitely see if it's really poor quality or if something's oxidized or, got a sharp edge or whatever, so nice to have. Okay, now that we've cut a new fret guard, we can begin. Now, what a lot of people will do is unwind all the strings one at a time. I just like to get the tension off. If you cut it closer to the middle, then you have a whole lot more string. If you cut it up near the headstock or down near the saddle here, you're going to have a lot of little pieces of string, and that's no fun. Somebody's done something awful here. It's looks like they've looped it through a number of times. That's no good. Okay, we're gonna have to get new tools. Okay, we're back. Brought a garbage can. What do we feel here? Our first mystery. Let's get out this. And you can see right here that the neck has been broken before. Now without the microscope, you can barely see it, but I can feel it ever so slightly. So looking down the crack, you can see that there's some glue in there, so it's not like it split and they left it. It looks like a repair has been done, and since you can barely feel it, and we can see the evidence of the repair, I say it's a pretty good one. Now let's move on to these stickers. The notes are right, D, G, B, E for a baritone. However, the stickers also include an E and an A, so these are clearly for a guitar. Can they be removed? How long have they been here? Of course they can be removed. They are stickers, Andrew. Don't be silly. Can they be removed without leaving a residue? Hopefully anything left over will be removed by the acid in the lemon oil. Now, considering its age, seems like it's in very good condition. There seems to be some wood filler or some paint on the fingerboard. I think it's wood filler. Let's have a closer look at some of these frets. Okay, that's some kind of filler for sure. Now these frets. Okay, you can see some pitting on them. You can see some discoloration there where it's like oxidized. Tiniest little cat hair there maybe. Are they all like that? Oh, this one's even worse. Yeah, you see this oxidization here. This is why I get people to wash their hands before they play my instruments. And up here, the frets that never get played are pretty good. Let's go look at the open position frets. You can see the file marks. First fret isn't too bad. You can really feel this ding out of the metal. We'll see if we can buff that at least smooth. Okay, as I suspected, the frets are worst from 1 to 5, and then they seem to be okay. And then they're pretty much brand new, up 12 and on. This nut looks like it was carved by an amateur. Probably is going to have some buzzing just because the action is so low. And also if we look here at the saddle, we can see a screw in each corner, so that's no good. I'm guessing it pulled up at one point, maybe the glue failed. Maybe it was designed that way, I'm not really sure, but I can see that around the top here it seems to be sealed with probably whatever finish they applied, but on the back side you can see underneath around the edge. so it probably pulled up but didn't come all the way off at some point. Let's see if my hands can fit. Okay. Those are just legit some wood screws. So that's not fantastic. I guess the next step is blowing out any dust that might be inside of here with a little air compressor I have, and then we will go from there. My cats are not going to appreciate this. Well, that's not as bad as, say, when I blow out the dust from my guitars and half a cat's worth of fur comes out. Now, for any unfinished wood, this looks like it's got a finish on it, and it kind of does in some areas, but we're gonna lemon oil that too. And the fingerboard, some people say you should only use a drop, blah blah blah. What I do is I put on more than the instructions say anyway, and I let it soak in until the wood is done drinking it up, and then I wipe away the excess. But because it's slightly acidic, being lemon based, it's also gonna soften up all this grime in here. So just make sure everything is nice and wet looking, and that's when you know it's good. So we can get the lemon oil rag and get up as much as we can on anything that's spilled off where it shouldn't go. Now that the lemon oil has had some time to soak in, we're just going to buff it right out. Hopefully any excess gets absorbed by the rag. You got to check it. If it starts getting dirty, change to a different, cleaner part of the rag. You don't want to just be pushing the dirt around. You want to hopefully remove it as much as possible. And now down here at the saddle. Yeehaw! I've mixed up my rags. Oh Lord. Because these gears are exposed, I'm going to give each of them a single drop of 3-in-1 oil. Now, one thing I do notice is that these two are turning a lot easier than these two, so I'm going to just grab a Phillips screwdriver, my least favorite kind, and tighten them down a bit. So I'm sure you can see how the fingerboard now looks alive as opposed to the flat and dull sheen it had before. It's time. Now that we're at the headstock end of things, I'm going to take some of this lubricant and just put the tiniest little amount. And that's why we've got this little pipe cleaner bit, just to roll it around and make sure it is covering all parts of the groove, and also to remove some excess because I goobed some in there. Oops. It looks good. It smells good. I'm not gonna taste it. Only problem I can really find with it is it's got like a hint of buzzing when the high E is played open. But you start fretting and it all goes away. And I blame it all on the nut. The nut could be a little taller. But it is what it is. All in all, that was worth $119. Goodbye.